Right, so after losing $50,000 last year in total payouts because prop firms were going under, so long story short, there was like 15 grand owned from True Forex funds, nearly forgot the firm's name. The funded trader was around 7 plus 3 and a refund. Then we were also owed another 15k from SFT, it was 12 to 15k, and then also refunds on all of those as well, and then also the funding that was due alongside of it. Now, this was really frustrating, and in this video I want to talk about after losing all of that money and that opportunity, what do I truly think about the prop firm space? Now, who am I if you're new to the channel? My name is Dan Chung, aka Champ, the man I always wanted to be. And the introduction is I did 2.5 million in funding in 1 month. I've also been a trader for just nearly a decade now. And this is a video where it's just more of an unfiltered version where we call these a me to you. So I kind of just waffle my thoughts, you get to hear me, and then we get to bounce back. But more importantly, I don't call myself the positive prop firm ambassador this year of 2025. We had so much negativity, and let's talk about first why these prop firms went under. These prop firms went under due to management. Not only due to management, it was just the system at hand. Now, a business needs to be profitable, but it has to be profitable in order to continue to run. So if these prop firms file for insolvency, then these things on these businesses are unprecedented. It puts it very bad for everyone, because let's not just look at the prop firm side or the trader's side. It's just very difficult for everyone, right? Like if that prop firm goes under, no one should wish that upon anyone, because now the traders, myself, miss out on the payout. I now miss out on opportunity. I then therefore don't have the trust that I used to have in terms of the platforms and the companies and the prop firms. I stopped trading them for a long time. The people who run the company and associate with the company get a lot of heat. So it's just a lose-lose situation, and we need to have more of that positive vibe again, which is why I'm here. And it's just to think that at the end of the day, for a business to sustain, it has to be profitable. That's the first thing. And it went too much in one way and then too much in the other way in prop firm space. So at the very start, we had 30 days to trade. And that was too much in the prop firm's favor. So people were failing left, right, and center. Think about it. It was one of the rules I hated the most, because you have to make 10% in 30 days. Do you understand how retarded that is? I have to make 10% in my edge in a market that I cannot control. So essentially, you're trying to get me to get a result in a condition that I can't control. So that was probably really, really bad for the prop firm space. Now, as soon as that was removed, then it started focusing on too much on the traders, and everyone was coming up with, hey guys, don't forget to check the link in the description to get your funded and exit challenge. You will get 120% refund on your challenge plus the discount on the top. So link in the description below if you want to join me on the journey, or if you want to trade with funded next. Then it started focusing on too much on the traders, and everyone was coming up with, either 50% discounts, 12% drawdown, 15% drawdown, 2% drawdown. People just arguing left, right, and center, trying to be the best. And that's where competition becomes unhealthy, and they focus more on trying to get sales as opposed to the sustainability. And what do I mean by that? Well, then it went from the scale of too much in the prop firms now to too much of the traders. And how is that negative? Well, shouldn't the prop firms be for the traders, Dan? Well, no, dumbass. Because if that was the case, we go back to square one, because then all of these cheaters, which I didn't even know existed, are basically taking advantage of the systems, milking the prop firms in an unethical way to some degree. And then it just becomes a damage for all of us, right? So there's always the few people who ruin it for all of us, because it ruins the opportunity, right? Because then say that prop firm could be a net positive prop firm or a profitable prop firm, and then they've got attacked by, one of the biggest things was in Vietnam, they had a lot of these traders doing reverse trading or something. I don't really know fully what was going on, but I do know that it damaged a lot of prop firms before they could catch them and have a system in place. They've already lost a couple of $100,000 where they didn't need to, and that could have gone to legitimate traders, because ultimately it's in the rules, right? You have to make that 10%, 5%, and then get paid, as opposed to trying to trade it and cheat your way in the system. And because people did that, it ended up damaging the whole industry. And that goes into trading anyway. Like, you wouldn't be able to have that opportunity if you traded with brokerages, right? Like, you can't just reverse your own brokering, because you'll just be net negative. If anything, you'll be losing money because of all the spreads and commissions. So the fact that people were trying to take that in, cool, they make money, and I respect that, the idea of the hustle to make money, but then you just damage something and it's not long-term and sustainable, which is why now there's more consistency rules, that the prop prop firms are now coming up with harder rules, and then also it's making it more difficult before people can even get them, for example like KYC fraud, to basically protect the prop firms more, which I agree on. But now we're coming into the spectrum of the happy medium, which is why I think 2025, the prop firm space, and that comes into my next point, is going to be very positive. Why? Well, prop firms were amazing in the first place. Think about it, you can get $5,000 funded up to with $29 with like CK Capital example, or FTMO. Like you can just get funded with one company. FTMO is the #1 company. It doesn't matter. Like they've paid out 5.2 million to charity, let alone all the payouts they've given up to other people. More importantly, they've been around since day one. My Forex funds are shut down. TFTF shut down. There's like 15 or 20 other firms that are shut down, but FTMO are still here, alongside with the firms like Funded Next, and even broker-backed firms are now in the space. Now, I can't speak much for broker-backed firms. I mean, initially I thought it was positive, but after seeing, you know, for example, like Oanda, they don't have the best in terms of conditions. They're kind of in their own lane, in their own way. Like, because they're so broke, like backed by a lot of money, they can kind of sustain at whatever level they want to level. And also they already have that marketing. They don't really get with the times just as of yet, as such to speak. So it'll be interesting to see where the broker-backed firms goes, but I think that they're really far behind, and it's going to take some time before they break the community. So overall, even though I lost 50k and then also I lost all of that funding, I think that now is an opportunity. And I recently made a video about trying Funded Next, and I did a FX versus futures kind of comparison during that video, because I've been at it back and forth for a long time, and I decided to stay with the FX prop firms because futures seem like FX what in its early infant stage. Futures is still so early. Futures is now starting to get to the point where they're doing 90% discount. Like, do you understand how crazy that sounds? And yeah, it might be sustainable, but really and truly, isn't that going down the same route of what Forex prop firms were going down before? They're trying to offer so much to the traders to entice them, to keep them, that now are they losing their edge? Even there was one of these firms that I've seen, they've denied 10 million in payouts since October, and it's been a lawsuit and it's been shared, right? And I went to dig it up and I was like, wow, like that company's really reputable. I could have got denied my payout. And the worst thing as traders that we can see is doing all that work and then getting denied on something that doesn't make sense. Now, realistically, I do think that a lot of traders have to be more accountable in the space, because if there's a max lot size and you break it, well, what do you expect? People say you shouldn't trade in news. Well, they don't want to take that risk on the news. If you want to trade news, go trade on your own account. Like, people want to put all of these opinions on prop firms. It's like beggars can't be choosers. You don't own the prop firm. You chose to trade with them, so stop complaining. However, if you are done wrongly, that's a whole nother story. Okay? So, really and truly, out of this whole situation, I think that prop firms are still positive. It's a great opportunity to make money in 2025 and 2026. I'm going to prove that by trying to make $1 million in terms of payouts myself, and not only that, my students to do $1 million in payouts collectively. Whether I do it or not doesn't matter, but am I going to try my best? Absolutely. And that's what I encourage you guys to do, is to go and get all this information, watch these types of videos, and just, you know, think for yourself and do your own research. Don't follow the negativity. Now, if it's a fact, then that's cool, but if it's negativity, don't follow it. There's just too much of it, and my feed and everything has been so much better because we want to focus where the opportunity is. We want to focus about where making money is, and we want to focus on being the best. Prime example, you have a trading idea or a money making idea. You don't want to speak to the person by saying, well, you're going to find customers, you're going to struggle with this, you're going to struggle with this, that's a negative mindset. You want to find someone that says, okay, well, before you do that, what I encourage is that maybe you should try and build your email listing first and build your brand, then launch the products, and it will save you the costing. They're helping you further, and that's exactly what this video is doing. I'm giving you my experience and helping you to proceed further and do better than me. That's it. That's all it is. This video is just the internet you're watching on the screen, and I'm some random guy on the internet that you're watching right now, and I'm trying to share that positivity. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. These videos are called Me to You, and they're unfiltered and raw. So far they've been really well received, so I'd love to know what you guys think about this video. Please comment. It does help the algorithm. Like and share, and also don't forget to check out every single Wednesday at 1 p.m. we have our main videos being released, and that's where the giveaways are being given away. We've done $1,000 in cash, $1 million in terms of challenges, more than that soon. So just stay up to date with those. And then more importantly, I just do want to drop during this video is that if you do want to to learn how to trade with me is only for £299. That is going to be released later on this year, so the wait list is down below. You want to accumulate, there's 50 spots every single time, and you can either trade the traditional way with a broker and build up and scale your own personal capital, or if you want to do a prop firm, that is also up to you. Either way, we've got a community of nearly 200 traders now, and we've got quite a lot of funded people and testimonials, but you can go and check that all on the website. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and there's over 100,000 bonuses and affiliates and all that stuff in the link in the description below. So champ out. Peace.